us make sure we are good to go here. Okay. Well, sorry about that, guys. Oh shit, this thing's been beating the fucking dog piss out of me. That was weird. Well, this is a continuation of the last video. So, for those who were watching then, I'm sorry. But we are back. Looked like Streamlabs was having some kind of issues. I had to uninstall the program and reinstall it. So, you know, those kind of things tend to happen every once in a while. It's fine though. We're still chilling. We're still going strong. Just as I do with every video, I'll go ahead and talk about our sponsors very briefly. Worth anything on these guys? Doesn't look like it. All right. Yeah, that was weird. Anyways, our sponsors, W Energy Drink. W Energy is an alternate gaming energy drink with no added sugar, no added caffeine. Everything is natural from the coffee cherry nut extract, which gives you a natural caffeine boost, as opposed to having artificial caffeine added to your energy drink. We're also talk about Bardify, which we are currently listening to right now. Bardify is a TTRPG, energy energy drink, TTRPG music channel. You can find things for all your tabletop RPG fantasy games, from ambiance to music, mood music, which we are going to change here in a minute because this is depressing me. And also, what's the other one? Dungeon playlist, which is just another, basically another one of these kind of channels. So if you're looking for something to boost your TTRPG game, or like how I like to play during my survival games, go ahead and check out Bardify as well as Dungeon Playlist. Thank you guys for letting me use your music. I always appreciate it. And yeah, so let's talk about some of the other stuff, huh? Some of the other stuff, huh? We're talking to somebody. The ones who don't know has followed. Oh, that's me. What am I talking about? That's my other playlist. Speaking of the ones who don't know, if you guys don't know, I'm currently running a D&D campaign, which will be posted on our other YouTube channel, the ones who don't know. So go check us out if Dungeons and Dragons is your thing. Basically, our shtick is that we're a bunch of goobers that don't know how to play the game, but we want to have a fun time hanging out with our friends, relaxing, chilling, and playing Dungeons and Dragons. So again, if that's something you guys might be interested in looking at, or you know somebody that might be interested in looking at that type of gameplay, come check out the channel at The Ones Who Don't Know. That's youtube.com/@TheOnesWhoDon'tKnow. So anybody who's watched the channel here previously before knows that I am very big and kind of nerdy when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons. If you don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is, it is a fantasy RPG game that you play with dice in person, or sometimes on the computer too. You can find it on over at Roll20. Yeah, it's basically just like a storytelling game that you and a group of friends will sit there. One person will tell a story, the other people will play the game. Maps, all sorts of things. And starting this Saturday, we're gonna go ahead and record our first session, and yeah, see how we do. I'm kind of not gonna lie, I'm a little excited about it. Our studio is in my garage, and the reason I do the air quotes for studio is because the hope is, right? The hope is that we might be able to get a little revenue from it. And you know what? Hold on. This music is depressing the shit out of me. Give me 1 second here. You know what we can do? Let's go to Bardify. Let's listen to some cozy tavern music, huh? There we go. Something a little bit more upbeat. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna be holding our first session. Granted, I've been doing session zeros now, as what they call them. Session zeros is basically getting the group together, going over the rules, setting up characters, all that grand gesture type stuff. What do we have here? Mosin again. I will take it. There we go. Let's trade this and this. There we go. So what was I saying? God, I'm so bad at this. I was on a roll earlier. Unfortunately, my stream acted up. I had to restart my entire program. Yeah, so it's just basically a bunch of us nerds that are gonna be playing D&D. Oh, now I remember what I was saying. So the hopes is that we will gather a good enough following, and from there be able to build my garage, if you will, into a studio. So on the YouTube channel, videos will be posted. I will not start streaming the story until I feel that we are in a good enough place to stream a story. And honestly, that means it's the videos that I put up on YouTube are going to be so that when we do start streaming and people become interested in the story, they can go back and watch some of the old story videos, maybe get a summarized version of the story, where we're at, where we're headed, what we're doing. And when I say that I'm in a good place in the story to start streaming, what I really mean by that is as I want to have the area that we play at more presentable. So we got some work to do. I got to do some drywall installment in the garage, and basically one of two things. We're either going to go arcane library set to it, or we're going to do a tavern. More than likely we're going to do a tavern. It's easier to decorate. To me, it kind of fits my group a little bit more than an arcane library. And yeah, so the whole shtick is that we don't know how to play this game. Not really. And me, I'm the GM, or the game master, as they call it. But I honestly don't know a lot about the game itself. I am what they would say as a homebrew, meaning that I make up my own rules and I take rules out of the DM's guide, and basically fit it to my way of playing. So I said, screw the rules. We're gonna keep the basic rules, right? You need some kind of order, so we're gonna keep the basic rules for the game, and basically either I'm gonna make up the rules as we go along, or won't make up rules. So it's kind of a, it's not like we really are playing the game. We're just using the outline of the game, if you will. Either way, we have played before, being this group. At least some of us, some of the group have played together before. We do have some newcomers, which I ran them through some tests, and they did pretty well. Surprisingly well, actually. For their first like combat and how to RP. So the story, without going into the story itself, I'll say this: my group is very heavy into RPing it, so you will hardly hear us call each other by our names, minus me, the GM, so they can call me by my name, no big deal. The fight for Severograd has begun. Where was I going with this? So yeah, the you'll know, we'll introduce every game, the players and their character. And I might use their names for a little bit so that you can you get to figure out who's who. And then from there, it's going to just be the characters from there on out. So I'll use my friend Dustin, for example. His character's name is Gunhild. So for the first 5 minutes or so, you'll hear me address him as Dustin. And then, Dustin, what is Gunhild doing? Dustin, what would Gunhild say? And then I will start being like, Gunhild, you know? And we'll do that for a little bit. Probably the first like 4 or 5 sessions, so that people can get to know the characters and the people. After that, we'll be going by character name only. We're not very combat focused, which sounds weird. It's not that we're not combat focused. Oh, getting to the end of that powder. It scared the shit out of me just now. Thought it was thought I swallowed a bug or something. So anyways, as I was saying, we're not very, I'm not gonna say we're not combat focused. My thing is, there's always different kinds of GMs, right? And I say GMs because I'm not a dungeon master. A dungeon master is storyline, dungeons, big bad, you guys win. I'm a GM, I'm a game master, if you will, because this isn't just dungeons. I'm building you guys, I'm building a story. The characters are going to be involved heavily, that kind of thing. So I tend to stick away from the title of DM as much as possible. Where was I going with this? Gotta pull out my let's see here. Okay, cool. Gotta remember T is for tripod. So yeah, we my whole thing is to tell you guys a story. The way people see this game is like there's a couple different ways to see the game. One is the game's not complete unless everybody's dead. Another way is the game's not complete until they've gone through a dungeon, defeated the big bad. Another way to complete the game is that everybody is satisfied with how it progressed and they want a sunset. My goal is to make sure that my game isn't complete till everybody has had a good time. We run through the campaign and I've told a good story. That to me means that I did a good job and I'm more than satisfied with ending the game. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I have great ideas. It's just when it comes to saying it, that's where I have issues. As you can hear, there's a lot of ums, likes. I forgot where I was going with this. So you could imagine how this is going to play out. So I have to write everything down on my iPad so I can pull it up and look at it and read it. And then now I have to control how I read, because when I read things, I'm like very quick with it. We'll get there though. We'll get there. There it is again. So anyways, the whole premise we have going right now for the group is that we don't know how to play the game, which is true. We don't know how to play the game. Not the way that most people know how to play it. And we just want to make sure that you guys have a good time watching us laugh. Mainly, we're a bunch of characters. You'll get to know them. Let's see here. Put that away. Cyber device is worth a good amount. Probably sell that at the black market or the market for 400K. But yeah, so excited about it. Like I said, the goal is that we are going to record every other Saturday. I don't have any canteens yet. Shit. I'll record every other Saturday, and then have it uploaded by Sunday afternoon. Complete, ready to go, upload. Yes, please. Stop. Magazines to throw in there? I do. Bullets. These are 308. Where's my 762? There we go. Put those in there. Yeah, so upload it every other Sunday. And that'll go up in time. What I'd like to do is have it every servers restart in 5 minutes. Shit, the bad sideways. What I'd like to do is have it set up so that we play 3 Saturdays a month. The time would be adjusted accordingly. Right now, you're looking at 2-hour videos, roughly 2-hour videos, 2 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes, hour and 45 minutes. And that's because not all of us are on the same work schedule currently. And hopefully, we'll have that fixed up, ready to go for you guys by here in a couple months. And if we have it up and running in a couple months, sheesh, man. I think we're looking at possibly getting it together. Now, the other problem is that the way our schedules work for some of us, right? We have to do what's called bidding for our spots. Bidding for our spots does cause a little bit of an issue because that doesn't mean we're guaranteed to be able to have the days off that we would like to have. Again, it's just that's just the way the cookie crumbles with us. But hopefully we will have it sorted and everything will go according to plan and we will be good. We will be good. And if that's the case, like I said, we'll keep rolling. There are going to be some times where we might start the video and we might be missing somebody. And again, that has to do with our shift conflicts. The goal is, like I said, we all have the same day off. That makes it easier for us. To really schedule these things, get them knocked out on time in a timely manner, and then we won't have that issue anymore. That's a perfect world scenario. Is it going to happen? We'll see. Only time can tell if that's going to be the case for this. If not, though, you know, like I said, they'll come in a little bit later. And either we will roll their character out for that short amount of time, or we will have somebody else play their character in the meantime. When we go to the new schedule for streaming, it'll be roughly about 4 hours. So we'd start at 8. We would take a 15-minute break after the first 45 minutes or so. Do another 45 minutes, have a half-hour break, roll for about an hour and 15 minutes, have a 15-minute break, and then jump back in and finish it off for the night. And that's subject to change though too. That's the flow of the gameplay. Because if we're in the middle of a battle, they're not going to want to take a break. I know they won't. If you know, what I call a logistic night, right, which is me just telling the story, incorporating them, letting them investigate. I will break them, maybe not 15 minutes, maybe like 5 minutes, just because I know that they're going to, they don't get bored, they get antsy, if that makes sense. So they're gonna require some breaks. I know my group. You know what? Stay tuned. We will be right back. Sorry, gotta use the restroom. We'll be back. You are 6 in Q. 5 in Q. 4 in Q. 3 in Q. 1 in Q. Bing bong, we're in. I don't know if we're in yet. 0 in Q. That's the right answer right there. All right. So, anyways, as I was saying, guys, yeah, we plan on streaming once we get to that phase and we're ready to start streaming. Oh, he popped. There we go. I look forward to it though. Me and the guys have a lot of fun playing this game. So I have a feeling it's gonna, if we enjoy it as much as we do, which we do, I have a feeling you guys will enjoy watching us. We'll check these barracks out real quick here, seeing how we just had a server restart, meaning that everything should have been basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Relooted. Loot was refilled, put it that way. Let's see. Oh, there ain't shit in here. I do not need another HK9 bag. Just don't need it. All right. Let's keep her moving. Let's keep her moving, yeah. Everything's gonna be I-80. Let's see here. What can we move into that spot? Move you over there. We can move you. You can get rid of the flashbang. I never even have a chance to use it. I always get flashed before it even happens. Put you there. Give me space to carry that. It's raining outside. It's pretty raining. So just a little heads up on where we're at with the game, put it that way. Where we're at with the game is let's put you there real quick. You here. Put you up. Put you there. Put this in here. Put that away. Good to go. So basically I incorporated our one of our battles into the storyline already. So it's already started. And then what happened was they met in the tavern after completing the side quest. Basically, these guys have been doing this a long time, put it that way. Working together, just doing low entry level quests. You know, finding a lost dog, running around a town, picking up chores, going into the woods, picking daisies and herbs, and the occasional fighting of low level monsters. Their last one turned out to be more difficult than expected, where they fought a mimic and a grick. And so they returned back. They returned back to the tavern, which is like a mercenary tavern. Basically, people go there to pick up jobs. Low level jobs, put it that way. Low ranking jobs for the city. Then we also had a newcomer come back into the game. We needed another player because one of our guys dropped out last minute, but then he came back. It was this whole thing. I'm not gonna lie. But he came back. So in the meantime, I needed somebody to come and fill his spot. And in doing so, we picked up a new player. Never played the game before. That's a good one. We can make some space here. Let's load up some of these mags, some of these magazines. For me. I don't know why I carried that, to be honest. Let's see here. Put that in there. Fuck it. I'm good with that. Grab that. For 5x39, we need that mag. Little ammo that it has will be good to have, just so that I have some more of my AR ammo. Yeah, so they came back to the tavern and told the barkeep of the story, and then when the new player came in, we hit him up, was like, hey, we asked one of our buddies, hey, do you want to come in and try this game? He said yes. He said cool. Invited him to the game night, and then the player who dropped out decided he was going to come back. He was like, I made a mistake. And I was like, that's fine. Mistakes were made. It's fine. Things happen. I get it. Come back. But if you come back, there's no... If you leave again, right? You leave again, we're going to have a little bit of some issues. You're not going to be welcome back. I said, all right, I understand. Cool. Couldn't ask for anything more than that, you know? So now we have a party of 6, and a party of 6 is actually a lot of people. It's a lot of... I think you're looking at the max level for... at that point, you're looking at the max level of party participants. So we ran another practice combat. Really made sure that one of the newer guys understood how to play it, which he did. He did a good job. And that way we could also have the newer player learn the combat element as well. And how I worked that out was I made it appear as if they were still in the tavern telling a story. And the barkeep there was like, yeah. You didn't fight a dragon. You didn't kill all those kobolds. You know, I made it look good. Put it that way. I made it look good. Can I put this? Can. Cool. Can I put this on? What do I do with that gun? It's right there. Can I put this on it? No, I can't. So it's got to be the wood. Okay. Can I put the PBS suppressor on it? I cannot. What do I have on this one? A normalized or a PBS? I have a PBS. No, I have a normalized. Nope, normalized doesn't go on that either. Okay. Okay, friend. And yeah, that's where our story starts. The tavern keep told the group, hey, you guys have been doing really well lately. I'm gonna trust you on another thing, but it's a little bit more personal, maybe a little bit more difficult. The group willingly decided that they would take it. So they... Oh, shit. Get rid of you. The group decided to willingly take it, the side quest, and that's where we are starting off at. Again, I'm not saying my guys are perfect. It wasn't... So the last campaign I ran, we didn't finish. We never finished the campaign. And it wasn't because they lost interest. As shitty as it sounds, it's because I lost interest. And I honestly, I kind of had set that campaign up as a trial run to see if, you know, they would perform as well as I needed them to. And it took them a bit of time. I'm not gonna lie to you, it took them a bit of time. They struggled to, not just when it came to the grasp of the game, really. They struggled with learning how to utilize their characters. Struggled a lot with RP, role playing. They struggled a lot with it. So let me put it this way. Mind you, again, brand new GM, have no clue how to play this game, right? We had 2 veterans play. So one of our characters is a veteran. He knows, he's been playing this game since he was a youngster. And he is in our party as well for this game. But like I said, he's our most veteran player. Not that it's bad. Or not that, like, you know, we were like, oh, he can't play because he knows how to play the game. We weren't doing that. We're not going to do that. We had our difficult, me and him had our difficult moments together, I won't lie. We got through it, though. So we brought him back, and we had another veteran playing with us on that campaign, who's quite a bit older than the rest of us. He was in his 50s. Actually, it was our other veteran's dad, because we wanted to learn to play, and he said he's been playing it since the 70s. Said, would you like to come play with us and show us how to do it? He said, yep, absolutely, I'm in. And that's how that happened. And I did such a terrible job at it that he had to step in and go, you know what, youngster, let me deal with this, because you don't know what you're doing. I said, all right, yeah, you're right. I definitely do not know what I'm doing. Call me out on it. Called me right out on it. So he had to take over the game for 3 sessions. We had some issues getting everybody to come out and show up to play the game, which was another issue. So we had to make some rules about that. So for the first 4 months, we had four sessions. That was based on our storyline. Once I kind of understood how the game was supposed to be played, I took back over the reins. Yeah, I took back over the reins of the game. Started playing. And from there, it kind of picked up, but I realized that not only was my story not making sense, even though I had this whole storyline planned out, not only was it not making sense, but it was not in the right area for the game to be played at, if that makes sense. I go off of a book. I was going off of a book called Tal'Dorei Reborn, which is Critical Role's thing. I don't know if anybody here is familiar with Critical Role, but they are like the leaders when it comes to D&D, realistically. Not even gonna try to sugarcoat that. They're what really kind of made this whole thing really make me want to play, put it that way. So anyways, yeah, I had to basically make a new way to get them over to this other continent on this world, I guess is what the right word for that is. And once it started moving, right? They understood combat. Now, there were some critical issues that are critical errors I made. One was that I was going off of something called a heroic guideline when they rolled their characters out, which made them incredibly strong just right off the get-go. And I didn't know how to deal with that. So everything I threw at them, they were just eliminating left and right. And they were leveling up, same XP levels, and they were just monsters. So at level 3, most of their stats were 18 and higher. And to put that into perspective, if you don't know, one of the main highest stats you can get is 20. So yeah, they were pretty strong to start off with. Then I pulled out this thing called the Deck of Many Things. Told them, hey, you touch this card deck, it's on. At any point in time, you can pull from it. If you touch it, you're going to have to pull from it. I had all these rules set up for it. And it really was 50-50 when people pulled from the deck. And they were pulling for it just for the fun of it. And a lot of them got some good stuff. Their paladin went from a level 2 to a level 6 with how much XP he pulled from that card. So I messed up there. I messed up. And in doing so, I've turned them too overpowered. I didn't know how money worked, really. So I rewarded them for doing missions and helping out villages, and I rewarded them very, 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 very handsomely. I'd be like, all right, you guys got 600 gold for, killing the bandit tribe. I'm like, cool. And then it wasn't until later that I realized, oh shoot, they're at a store now. And I had started going through the guide on how much everything costs. I was like, these guys don't have to worry about anything ever again. So yeah, I messed up, right? It was basically a learning experience for me. They liked combat, but they didn't like combat because the combat was always fun for them. but then it stopped being fun for them because everything I threw at them, they were taken out very, 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 very quickly. And for those who play games, you know, sometimes there's some thrill in the hunt. There was no hunt for these guys. Not really. So keeping their attention was hard. Now I've learned it real good. So they are understanding of these new rules that I set up. Like when I rolled them out their first time, I was like, all right, you guys roll 4-6 except for your main characteristics. You could go ahead and roll 5-6. When you roll 5-6, take out your 2 worst, keep your best 3. And they were like, what? Yeah, that's the way it works. So your lowest you can get is 3 and the highest you can get is 18. And the average for that was, I think everybody's somewhere between 9 and 13, 14, or 9 and 14 for their stats, which is good because now when they level up and they get to their stats, do they take the extra feat or do they, you know, use their skill points? Either or, right? So, I wanted to make it so that when they leveled up, it wasn't just they can do whatever they want because they have so much money. They're so strong, whatever the case may be. What else did I do? I told them money is going to be, it's not going to be like the last game. You guys are going to work, you're going to earn it. If it's a big bad you're taking out, then, you know, you're going to get a little bit more money. If you're clearing out a couple of monsters in the forest that are not exactly hard to take out, but you just needed some extra cash, you're not going to be paid that well for it if they're easy-ish. Also told them combat's going to hurt. So what I did was I leveled them up. They all leveled up to 3 already. Gave them some XP for the monsters. They're all level 3s right now. And when it came to their level ups, I had them double their either double or re-roll their health. So if they scored a 1, yeah, you could either double it to 2, or you can re-roll that second dice, but you got to take that number. So they were like, wow, you gave us a lot of health right off the bat. You're right, I did give you a lot of health, but I did it for a reason. And that reason is that now I'm going to put you up against some hard things. I wanted them to think not so much as hack and slash, this is going to be easy, let's just go in there, bash them up real good, call her a day. Nah, I gave you a lot of health because you're going to have to learn how my guys are fighting and adjust accordingly in defense and tactics. There's going to be no more of this, the paladin runs over there and slashes him up and say, Levid, he's dead. No. But it's only to level 3. So now all their HP after this is all just the standard HP rolls. Whatever their character is permitted to roll. Other things is I allow 2 spells to be used at once for the spellcasters. So the only thing is that your second spell, it's a bonus action, not counting as an action. But as a bonus action, your character can use a level 1 spell or lesser than a level 1 spell. Which at first they were not happy about, not going to lie. They were less than pleased. Because they were like, oh, you're only giving us that? Trust me, it's gonna work out the way I want it to work out. You'll be all right. And it did. They are more than happy with the way that turned out. So what I'm trying to say I get to is things are finally working out. And I think that they're used to the rules by now. I think that they're more than ready to be put on a camera and proceed what we intended on. And yeah, so like I said, really excited about this. What's going on, Bella? How you doing? Let me guess, Bella, if you're still here. Trying to sell me some artwork. Let me guess. What's up, Dev? I'm doing all right. Just explaining my Dungeons and Dragons thing to my Twitch community. I'm sure they're probably like, man, shut the fuck up already. I was just going through the new rules that I've had to instate. Well, the new mechanics that I instated, not rules, I guess. New mechanics I instated for my D&D group, and talking about how I'm going to be posting. Our first real game is going to be Saturday, and how I'll be posting it up on Sunday on the YouTube channel. Just finished a few hours of VR, messing with a single player in the Radius 1 game. Ran into really creepy sounds and monsters, but I made it out alive. And bought home a fancy new gun. Oh, look at you, you fancy fella. You fancy, fancy man, you. Yes, Bella, we can see your chat. Am I not? Am I coming through there, Dev? All right, cool. I'm surprised surprised this one stuck along so long. And what can we do for you today, Bella Gray? Glad you stopped by. You're good. You're good. We're chilling. Everybody's chilling. Let's see here. Where can I put this? Let's see. Where can I put this? Where would it make sense? So I got 4. Got 1. That's ain't gonna fit nowhere. Can't even take that. You know what? Actually, I might be able to take that. Got an idea. We're gonna get rid of. Where are you at? We're gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna put you up there. Come on. Put you up there. You up there. There we go. Give me a little bit more room there. It's going well. It's going well. Dude, can't complain. Everything's going good. Right, Dev? CQBR. Get rid of this gun. Grab this one for dang sure. I am from the United States, out in California. Let's see. What did you say, Dev? Where did this gun come from? Oh, that's right. I have to trade out. Nice to meet you as well. I've been stuck with the Glock MP5K so far in my last raid in ITR. I managed to bring home an M4 and R700. Whoa, god dang, baby. Those are some heavy hitting rifles right there. Those are some heavy hitting rifles right there. Tell you what there, fella. Are you a daily streamer or just do it on the weekends? I am, do it on the weekends, mainly on the weekends. I have a feeling. Dev, you know what's up? I've got a feeling. Dev, you know what's up? Yeah, I'd say this is my favorite game so far. Yeah, I would say it's pretty cool. Well, there it is. Ah, Bella. Just go ahead and... Bella, that's going to be a no from me. I already know where this is going, but thank you for your time and stopping by. I really appreciate it. Good luck trying to sell your stuff, your background and everything. But I appreciate you dropping by. I do. I'm so excited to use the M4 as much as I love the MP5. I've been running into heavily armored guys and takes half a mag to punch. Ooh, that's a little ridiculous, dude. I know you are. I know, Bally. You and every other person who drops by the stream. But I appreciate it. I'm not, Bella, at all. Sorry. Already got a waiting list, just in case. But good luck. We're just gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Oh, dang. Got a good, got a nice profile picture though, Bella. Tell you that much. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. That's a straight steal from, I'm gonna guess, some kind of, I think it's just a generic image of a female. You know how it is. One of these days I'm gonna get around to trying to figure out how to set it up so that it just auto bans people when they say something. Like, what's the go-to here when I always know I'm getting played out? Oh, there it is. I want to say something, if you don't mind, and if you allow me, then that's gonna be the banned word right there, the banned sentence. It's funny because like if that was, I always see the notification too on Streamlabs. It'll be like, this person has followed you, and then boom, right? I know why they do that. They hope that it's gonna pull something up on the stream, you know. And I'm gonna be like, whoa, thanks for following me, appreciate it. And if that was the case, I would have probably over 200 subscribers right now on over here on Twitch, or followers on Twitch. But they come and they go quick. You know what I mean? I'll tell you this though, I actually did run into I was playing this a couple months ago, and somebody started doing the whole like, I'm a graphic designer, right? And I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. And they're like, all right, I'm just gonna sit here and chill and bullshit with you for a little bit. And I was like, that doesn't sound like the typical scam artist. Turns out it was an actual person. An actual person started talking. They sent me some artwork. Wasn't my cup of tea per se. Looked good. But they ended up coming by the stream a couple of times. Frequently just dropping by saying, hey, talking shit. Yeah, they floated me some artwork and put their watermark on it. And I was sitting there like, I'm never going to use this picture of, you know, horse. Sorry. Respectfully. And it wasn't that it was a bad horse. It's just I don't need a picture of a horse. Drink the water. It's a good one. I like that idea. Oh. Hopefully my my stream doesn't drop again. My stream dropped earlier and I had to actually uninstall Streamlabs and reinstall it. I don't know what was going on with it. This looks different. I like this setup a lot. Kind of goodies we got back. Oh, this looks like it used to be a training outpost of some kind. Okay. Let's pop this bad boy open. Eat, 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 eat my food. I could probably quickly turn on another track here. Let's do... I'm not in the mood for ambiance. Let's do... Alien Anecdotes. Nope. Traveler's Rest. This one works good. I like this one. I don't see any Zeds either. I'm not really liking this place too much. Not gonna lie. I don't feel like people come here that often. Grab another stick of ammo there. How did these corpses get on here like this? Oh, I'm thinking this is where this might have taken place at. Got these cages here. That's, I believe they say no me gusta. Yeah. That's cool too, is that they have like these things you can find here that will tell you what happened and how this whole thing basically started. I have a feeling this is where they're gonna say it started at. What kind of card is this? So they green or yellow? It's a green card. Yeah. I have no green cards. Trump, get him. Actually, I'm not seeing anything else lootable here. Only one package, really? Oh, look at that. There's a Zed. Come on, bud. Oh, hey. What do we got here? Okay. Don't have space for it. Where'd that Zed go? Oh, well, not my pig, not my farm. I'm out. Nothing, nothing. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. This place looks like a death trap, honestly. But before I go, though, let me take an aerial look. This is how I die. Is that over there? Is that over there? Looks like we're pretty much clear from there on out, but looking on the ground for any kind of barrels, which I don't see. So we can go. We may leave, huh? Ooh, I had a chicken sandwich today, man. It was a spicy chicken sandwich, and it is not agreeing with me right now. Getting the tummy cramps. Which means the spicies are gonna come soon. Going hot, coming out hot. Yeah, no, it's gonna come out hot. I'm not looking forward to it. I feel the bubbles already. Probably honestly gonna have to either suspend the stream, probably stop the stream here in a little bit. We're gonna get to the trader, sell some stuff, and then I'm probably gonna log off. It's almost 1 o'clock anyways. So I'm telling you, it's gonna be painful. Something that happens, I'm sure you can relate here, Dev, is when you get a little bit older. When it hurts, it takes a little bit longer, you know? Oof. It is a meansters too. I can feel it, you know? Just playing Snake right now. Oof. It's about 70 degrees. Happy to have my Switch. Nice change up from TikTok. Oof. Yeah. Man, I wish my Switch worked. Kids broke the Switch. Where I went on a business trip and I was pissed. Nothing worse than sitting in a plane for 6 hours with phone. That didn't sound good. Oota poota. Not really quite sure, honestly, how it broke. Just kind of died on me, to be honest. Charge won't. Didn't even turn on. I charged it the night before. I think the kids spilt water on it when I was charging. Homie. Getting the goosebumps. It's, oh. You know what? I'm not even gonna, can't even. We're gonna crash out in the bush. Well, sorry, Dev. I gotta go. Great seeing you, buddy. It's like that right now. So I will be on tomorrow, same time. So hopefully I see you. Everybody else, thanks for coming out. I